I think I've seen too many movies in my days. Sometimes, you know, when you see these movies with dinosaurs, you can almost believe they exist. And as a matter of fact, some of these movies are actually produced to some extent here in Oahu, in Hawaii. And I'm actually standing here, you know, where they have filmed many films, at least parts of them. And this is Kualoa Ranch. Take a look at these mountains. They are kind of scary in themselves. Yeah, it kind of looks like we have some dinosaur farms behind here. So where is this place then? Well, it's actually on the eastern side of Oahu. It's a little kind of, let's call it a peninsula, which might not be true, but the ocean is just 200 yards down here, right behind these houses you see here. And they have a beach and a parking lot down here. And this is a pretty big ranch that is still active, right? And they have basically made a business of taking care of tourists. So everybody's coming here. You see these buses here. You see these big tourist buses here. Here you can do horseback riding. I think they have quad tours and things like that. So they take you out in the big valley behind these mountains you see up here. You go up there and you go out, and they also have cattle. I think it's a cattle ranch. You can also buy meat here. You just pre-order half a cow or something like that, and they will actually sell that to you here. That's what I heard, at least, and that's kind of cool, you know. I mean, that's organic farming. You go out, you buy a grass-fed cow. That could be nice. So right here is the parking lot. It's pretty big because, as you can see here, they get a lot of people here, especially today because it's kind of a holiday today, so everybody is off. Let's go up to these red houses here and see what they're hiding up there. This is big business. This is a pretty big ranch. And usually when you come here, say a weekend or so, there would be a lot of people coming here. And according to the sign up there, Kualoa Ranch, 1850. So this place has actually been around for a while. And they kind of give you, you know, different activities you can do. They have something Jurassic Park here. They have zip line, the bicycle, horseback riding, stuff like that. And you actually go into, if you look at this picture here, you see the valleys up here where you can actually go in. And this is like the visitor center here, looking out over the ocean here. Okay, I'm actually going in here. There are kids everywhere running around here. And I'm coming in here. So what they have here is actually a little store. You know, every place in Hawaii has a little store because they are selling, you know, touristy stuff. Like you can see here just behind me. They also have a restaurant here. And you see people are sitting down, they're eating, they're picking up some grass-fed beef and enjoying that. So there are many reasons for coming here, at least you can eat healthy. And you know, I like some of these things they are selling here. That's kind of cool. Everything from clothing to these signs to put up on the wall. And it's one of the biggest attractions here on the eastern side of the island. Because the eastern side is more quiet than if you go out to down to Waikiki or some other areas right next to Honolulu. You know, that's totally different. It's a nice sign. We need to have that. There are like chickens everywhere here running around, which is a good sign, because then you know it's a cool place, right? Always look for the chickens. All right. And here is the cowboy place, right? I mean, you buy a ticket somewhere. Probably, I think you buy the ticket here, and you basically come here, and they have all these horses here ready to go. I don't think you need to be a cowboy to handle these horses. They are probably like zombie horses. I mean, they know where to go. They have done this 10,000 times in the past. They're kind of bored, but you know, it's the daily exercise for a horse. And I think it's kind of cool, right? I mean, you come here and you want to smell like a horse. Well, then you buy a ticket and you sit up on a horse for an hour. You go out behind these magic mountains you see up there to look for the dinosaurs. And it's smelling horse here. I can smell it. There's a lot of doo-doo on the ground here. Wow, yeah. I wonder how many horses they have here. They're probably a lot. Yeah, they are everybody's photo favorites here. I mean, you come to this place, you want to have them on camera, like a proof you've been here. My question would be, do they have an age limit? Do you need to be a certain age or size to rent a horse? Is that what's going on? Or maybe they take you out in a group here. Yeah, so you can't go by yourself. I mean, you need to follow the flow here. I just asked one of the girls up here how long is the ride, and they said, well, you have different options. You have like 1 hour, 2 hours, like that. It depends. But before I even think on that, hey, are you sleeping? You sleepy? Tired? Totally zoned out? Okay. Yeah, even the cat is tired here. Taste of Kualoa farm tour. Okay. Yeah, they have some guests here, famous pictures, you know, of people. They have a history hall where they actually teach you everything about this place. And they have some fake horses up there in plastic, which is kind of silly, but that's what they have. And here is the group that is going to do the zip lining. Sitting down here. And they have what they call a ranch house up here. I don't know what that means though. So there's only one way to find out. And they have some tourist bus here. Hello, hello. Kualoa Ranch tours. It must be a very big place if they have buses to basically shuffle people around. You know, that looked dead, that house there, so I'm not even going to try, but I saw this dinosaur face right here. They probably show people where they actually filmed the, you know, Jurassic Park or whatever. Look at this guy here. They put up some pictures here where they have some action, I guess, in these movies. Oh, I see. They show some TV stuff here. But the interesting thing here is this one. I think that looks pretty sweet. Look at that guy. Movie site ranch tour. Okay. So many people taking off from here. And you see in the background the horse, the group of horses. They are just riding up here in the canyon. Yeah, I really like these mountains you see up there. They are like carved out from you know, millions of years of rain. You know, that's why they look so interesting. And now I'm actually above where they have the horses down here. And right behind that sign here is another group of horses. Maybe they have like a backup team in case the other ones are tired, you know, with all these tours they do here. So they actually have these guys up there. They are, or maybe they have vacation today. But I'm sure they can actually bring them down here if they are needed, right? So if I ever sit on a horseback, it would be one of those guys. I'm going to specifically ask for one of those. But how do you do that? Riding and filming? I don't know. Maybe that's impossible. The temperature is going up here. I can feel it. It's getting up to, you know, lower 80s today, or maybe around 80 degrees. God, these plastic horses, they are not cool. When you have so many real horses around here, why do you need to put up 2 plastic horses? It's kind of silly. Looks so dumb, so fake. Anyway, I'm sure there's a strategic business reason for having those horses out there. The horseback tour is happening up here. And it kind of looks like you need to be at least 4'6" to be able to, you know, maneuver the horse, right? You know, if you're smaller, maybe you need a goat or something. But if you want a horse, 4'6". All right. Howdy. It's a busy day, right? Yeah. It's a busy day in the office. Oh, what happened to your arm? You fell off a horse.
No, a guest fell on me.
A guest fell on her arm. She did not fall off a horse. I have to underline that. Okay. But you're okay, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. So a guest fell on her arm. Wow, yeah, it's a risky job here at Kualoa Ranch. So if you want a ticket, this is the place where you can, you know, you pay up front for whatever you want to do, and then pick up a horse and off you go, right? And you know, if you don't want the horse, you know, to ride on, then why don't you ride on one of these? They have plenty of these quads here, down here, and maybe you rent one of those. That looks more fun. More power than one horse. Yeah, I like that one. How about that? That's powerful. You just hop on and poof, off you go. It's an ATV tour, and I see the sign right there. I don't know what the difference is. They have ATV tours and UTV tours. What is that? UTV? I don't know. It's kind of weird. But of course, I live in the past, so UTV is probably something else. Maybe it's actually these cars. I don't know. I have no idea. UTV, e-bike adventure. Okay, you can do that too. But honestly, the most interesting thing here would be to basically pay for a real horse. Right? You came to Kualoa, you need to sit on a horse. That's just the way it is. I mean, these guys, they want to work, right? And you make that happen. Just throw up $100 bill and rent one of these guys. It's a very nice layout of this ranch here, by the way. It's just very, very pretty. And all the people you see in green here, they are not like leprechauns. They actually work here. They are staff members. So I went down to the ticket office and I asked, hey, do you have any 1 hour rides left? And they said, no, the last one just went out for today. And it's also, they said it's highly recommended that you actually book, you know, or reserve the time, because it's simply too popular. And they had one spot left for a 2 hour ride, but you know, to sit on a horseback 2 hours with one hand and a camera in the other one, that's kind of rough. So I think I have to just summarize here and before I'm leaving then. This is really a cool place, and it's a must if you come here. You come here, even if you don't sit on a horse, you know, in the back there, you should come here and eat some stuff or buy some little souvenir, or just be here, right? Because this is a very famous place, right? After all, many movies have been made here or filmed here at this location, and it looks also very nice, so it is very sweet. There is one more thing I'm going to add to this after. There is a little mill, an original mill down in the corner, and I will actually walk over there and finish up right there. But I'm saying goodbye right now to these beautiful horses you see behind me here. So goodbye, horses. And it's time for me to leave. I did not have a reservation, of course. Go figure. Sometimes I'm too optimistic. I think they have a space available, but they don't. Which is probably a good thing, right? I'm not going to crash or break my arms or, you know, stuff like that. So I actually survived my visit here to the ranch. So time to go to the mill. Well, you can see there's a lot of traffic here, and I'm standing here right next to the ruins of the kind of the first sugar mill here in Oahu. It's from around 1865, and what you will see here is basically the remains or remnants from that time. And as you can see, it's right next to the ocean here. When they actually built this one, they wanted to grow a lot of sugar cane and produce sugar here, but it turned out that they did not have enough rain on this part of the island for a successful business, and so they closed it a few years later actually, and now all you see is the chimney. And behind here is basically the Kualoa Ranch, that is now a very, very active ranch in the area here. But unfortunately, this didn't go well for these guys who actually put this one up. Well, it's not easy to be a pioneer, right? And they have all these signs, it's private property, keep out. They don't want people to fool around in here, right? Yeah, and if they let people go in there, they would probably be all destroyed, right? And with this view here, I think you see in the background here, right here by Kualoa Ranch, I will basically finish this little visit. It was a quick one, but still very, very interesting and fun, right? And these ruins are pretty much, you know, the leftover history here of what really happened 150 years ago, like that, on the island. And now they don't even make sugar here anymore. It's kind of how the world goes. But the main source of income here is definitely tourists. They probably bring more money than the sugar cane did back in the days, right?